You know, some movies come and go, but then there are others that just explode. They become this massive cultural thing. And that's exactly what we're digging into today, the whole phenomenon behind Saltburn.
So what's this movie really about? When you boil it down, I think this description just nails it. A psychedelic story of obsession, beauty, privilege, and dark desires. I mean, that's a heck of a mix, right? It's all wrapped up in this gorgeous, grand English estate vibe, but trust me, it goes way deeper than just being another thriller or drama.
And look, when I say explosion, I am not kidding. The numbers here are just wild. We're talking over 3 billion, with a B, views on TikTok for stuff related to this film. Think about that. This wasn't a movie you just watched and forgot about. No, people lived it. They took it, they remixed it, and they shared it all over the world.
Okay, so before we get into why it went so viral, let's get everyone on the same page. What's the story here? If you haven't seen it, this is the basic setup. And don't worry, I promise, no spoilers.
All right, it all revolves around these two guys. On one side, you've got Oliver Quick. He's this student at Oxford, feels like he's on the outside looking in. Then you've got Felix Catton. He's the total opposite, charming, crazy rich, the golden boy who kind of pulls Oliver into this world of insane luxury. And yeah, a lot of danger.
And here's the moment everything changes. Felix invites Oliver to his family's absolutely stunning estate, Saltburn, for the summer. But this is way more than just a summer holiday. It's like being handed a golden ticket into a world you can't even imagine. And that's what kicks off this whole story. This intense desire to get closer and closer to something beautiful, even when you know it's probably going to burn you.
All right, so that's the setup. But now for the big question, the why. How in the world did this movie grab everyone's attention so hard? Well, it turns out there are pretty much 4 key ingredients, a perfect recipe for a viral storm.
Yeah, what was the secret sauce here? What was it that made this movie an international obsession? You know, the kind of thing people just could not stop talking about, breaking down, and, of course, turning into a million memes. And here it is, the Saltburn formula. Think of it like a cocktail. First, you've got those gorgeous aristocratic aesthetics. Then you add a heavy shot of some really dark, twisted psychology. You mix in a few scenes that feel like they were literally born to become memes. And for the finisher, an ending that's super polarizing. You either love it or you hate it, but either way, you are not gonna forget it.
And this is where things get really interesting. The film lives in 2 completely different worlds at the same time. On one hand, you have this high art, Baroque feel, all luxury and beautiful lighting. And on the other hand, you've got its TikTok afterlife, which is just chaos. Memes, viral trends, and yeah, even Barbie Girl. It's one of those rare things that's artsy enough to analyze, but also so memeable you can quote it in a tweet.
Okay, so let's peel back another layer here, because the film's success isn't just about the shocking scenes or how beautiful it looks. It's really about how all that stuff ties into some really deep, really human ideas. So what the film explores is a lot. It's digging into social inequality, the whole culture of privilege, that magnetic pull of beauty, and the really dark side of wanting to be chosen, you know, that desperate need to get to the top, no matter what it costs. And really, everything in the movie just keeps coming back to this one single question. It's not just about Oliver's desires. It kind of turns the camera back on you, the viewer, and asks, do you know the price of what you want? Seriously, have you ever thought about it?
So you've got all these heavy, complex ideas. How do you make that go viral? Well, you find a common language. And that's what happened here. All that tension and drama just exploded into the one language everyone on the internet speaks, memes.
And man, there were a few key moments that just poured gasoline on the fire. First, that invitation. Do you want to stay for the summer? It seems so simple, but it became this huge inside joke. Then, yeah, that bathtub scene. The internet is probably still not over that one. And of course, the dance at the end. That wild, bizarre, amazing finale that just became a whole thing unto itself.
Which brings us to right now. Why are we still talking about this movie months and months later? What's the real legacy here, now that the dust has settled a bit? It really boils down to 2 things the movie gave us. First, it gave us an aesthetic, a whole vibe that's so beautiful you just want to save it, and that's created endless inspiration online. But second, it gave us a story that's so wild and debatable, it just fuels endless conversation. You put those 2 together, that's how you get something that lasts.
So, we'll leave you with the one big question that's really at the heart of Saltburn. Is desire actually more dangerous than action? Is the wanting of something worse than actually going out and getting it? It's a heavy one, right? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for diving into this with us.